Greetings and welcome to our daily walk through the scriptures for February the 11th today. Our passages today come in Exodus chapter 32 and 33, the end of Matthew 26, and the beginning of Matthew chapter 27, Psalm 33, 1 through 11, and Proverbs 8, 33 through 36. And today we're going to look at the tale of two priests. We're going to look at one priest who doesn't accept responsibility and another priest who accepts all responsibility. So if you look over in Exodus chapter 32, we see the famous story of the golden calf. Now, Moses is up on the mountain right now, as we've seen in Exodus 31 and 30. Moses has been communing with God, and he's been having conversations with God. And while he's up there in Exodus 32:1, when the people saw that Moses was so long in coming down from the mountain, they gathered around Aaron and said, "Come, make us gods who will go before us. As for this fellow Moses who brought us up out of Egypt, we don't know what's happened to him." Now, remember, we just finished having some conversations just a couple of chapters ago about Aaron and his sons being the high priest. So Aaron is now the de facto, hey, this is the guy that's going to talk to God. And so Aaron's been hanging out here. And so what does Aaron do in verse 2? Does Aaron go, "You guys are nuts. Do you not remember everything that happened?" Did Aaron go, "Hey guys, listen, you know what? I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, do you remember the whole pillar of fire, the whole Red Sea thing, the plagues?" Did Aaron do that? No. Aaron went, "Okay, take off your gold earrings that your wives and your sons and your daughters are wearing and bring them to me." So they did. And they fashioned for themselves, Scripture calls, a golden calf. And then the high priest has the gall to build an altar in verse 5 and then announce, "Tomorrow we're going to have a festival for the Lord." This calf. This is supposed to be the man that's supposed to be the high priest. And so we see a series of things, and God tells Moses, "Hey, you need to go down. The people are messing up." And Moses pleads for him. Joshua and Moses go down. Moses gets furious at him. He throws the tablets and busts them and all that stuff. And he confronts Aaron and he says, "What in the world what do these people do? What are you allowing them to do this for?" And here's what Aaron said in verse 22. "Don't be angry, my lord. You know how prone these people are to evil. They said to me, 'Make us gods who will go before us.' And as for this fellow Moses, blah, 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 blah. And so I told him, 'Whoever has any gold jewelry, take it off.' They gave me the gold and I threw it into the fire and out came this calf." This magical calf just came right out of the fire. It was crazy, Mo. You should have been here. Aaron took zero responsibility for being the leader, for being the high priest, the one who was supposed to be our representative for God. He was supposed to go between us and God. And Aaron took zero responsibility for this. And instead, he helped the people go astray. Now contrast this with the high priest in the order of Melchizedek, as we learn about later, here in Matthew chapter 27. So Jesus has been in front of the Sanhedrin. He's been accused. He's been beaten. Judas has come and said, "You know what? I betrayed innocent blood. This man didn't do anything wrong." And Judas, so full of grief, hung himself. Jesus goes before the governor, Pontius Pilate, has conversations. And in verse 14, we see the high priest, who was an innocent man, according to verse 4, according to Judas himself, "I have betrayed innocent blood." Pilate gives him all sorts of accusations. And in verse 14, Scripture says, "But Jesus made no reply, not even to a single charge, to the great amazement of the governor." See, Jesus had an opportunity right there to refute everything, to stop this farce of a trial. Pilate knew it was a farce. All he needed was for Jesus to go, "Nope, these aren't true." Jesus didn't do that. Instead, he took all responsibility. None of it was actually his, but he took all responsibility so that we may be saved. So that's the story of two priests. Hope you have a blessed one, and we will talk more tomorrow.